Hey guys, it's Brittany. I'm doing Brittany's book review. Now, typically I do Brittany's minute book reviews. They're a little shorter, under 3 minutes or so, but this one might be a little longer just because this book is a little longer. The book review I will be doing today is Awaken the Giant Within: How to Take Immediate Control of Your Mental, Emotional, Physical, and Financial Destiny. Anthony Robbins, author of the national bestseller Unlimited Power. The publication of this book is Summit Books. It is 539 pages. As you can see, it's pretty long, but they're thick pages, and it's spaced out fairly well. If you've read another book like his, Money Master the Game, it's like Bible pages, super thin, very small writing, a lot bigger. So this one was a breeze. This book took me about 2 weeks to read, but I take mad notes, which you will see. So that took a little longer, but yeah. Typically I try to do a book a week, but you know, in a perfect world, can't always, but sometimes I do more. My overall impression of this book, I loved it. I'm gonna go with 5 stars. I have tons of Tony Robbins books. I've read multiple. Big fan of his. I just saw him and I brought my whole family. It was amazing. He's a big mentor of mine. He is like such a great person. So I really support him. The purpose of this book really is all around how to take immediate control over your life in basically every different way. So it's very thorough, does a lot of repetition, shows you the psychology and how you can change your state and get back to where you've come from. I just saw like this YouTube about a billionaire I was watching, and he recommended this book, and that's how he got his first billion and like started $1 million companies. So I was like, okay, this one's gonna jump the list a little bit. So I read it next. And then I wanted to finish before I saw him live, which I did. Basically, contribution, I agree with everything. He is just so spot on. He is a genius. This guy has read over 700 books, like in high school. He is a genius. Seriously, just trust him. He knows what he's doing. If you want to have a good life. I'm just going to go over some content of the book now. Basically, some good points just to get into the nitty-gritty of how to have your best life. Didn't take all these notes for nothing. Okay. So it's always good to be relaxed and happy. Those are like the best states you want to be in, pretty much. That's in flow for the universe. That's how you're just gonna attract what you want and just kind of live your best life. So always try to stay relaxed and happy. Things happen. You have to be able to change your state and have emotional IQ to just get over it. People are gonna die. Bad shit's gonna happen. It's life. It's not like you can't be down, but you can't let things hold you down and dwell, you know? Gotta be able to change that state. His big thing in this book is power questions. Questions are huge. Basically, like, I'm sure you've heard affirmations, things like that. That's great, and I totally support that and agree with them, but questions are really the way to just live your best life by asking the right questions. Through the reticular activating system of the mind, when you ask the right questions, your subconscious will go to work on finding those answers. So if you ask, how can I make my first million? Your subconscious is now working on that. You don't even, it could be all day. If you ask that question in the morning, all day, your subconscious is now, how can I, looking out for these things. So when it finds things that resonate with that, it's gonna pick it up and tell you. So it's pretty cool. It's like programming your mind. Questions are the way, very key. What is the secret that creates passionate, happy, and grateful lives in many? How can I take immediate control over my life? What can I do today that can make a difference that could help me and others shape our destinies? How can I expand, learn, grow, and share that knowledge with others in a meaningful way? He has this acronym CANI, C-A-N-I. It's committing to constant and never-ending improvement. So always remember that in life, CANI, you know, just always constant and never-ending improvement. If you're not growing, you're dying, you will never be happy. If you want to be happy, you need to do more. You have to grow. You can't just get somewhere and then stop and then think you're cool. You're not going to be happy. Can I? Constant and never-ending improvement. What has prevented you from getting it before? You know, if you're trying a new job, business venture, whatever, why haven't you done it yet? You got to pick up on these things so you can improve. What does the other person want? What's in it for both of you? Negotiation, business deals. How will you know if you have a successful contract? You're going to want to focus on the solutions, not the problem. You're going to focus about 90% on the solutions and about 10% on the problem. You do have to acknowledge the problem, sometimes tell people about it to get other people involved, but then you need to focus on the solutions. You have to get over that there's a problem. Now how can we fix it? Remember, you've got to realize that you must take constant control of running your own mind. You've got to do it deliberately. Otherwise, you're going to be at the mercy of whatever happens around you. Like a leaf blowing in the wind. You need to focus on your long-term goals and success. Focus on the long term. This is why I don't really go out too much. I mean, I do, but you know, when you focus on all these long-term goals and then you go out like Friday night is what's going to take the cake. What's your outfit for Friday night? What's this person doing? What's that person? And then all of a sudden that's a priority over the long-term goals. That's all nonsense. Cut it. We would do more to avoid pain than to gain pleasure. That is why sometimes negative things can be very impactful over positive, because we don't want pain. Animal protein is absolutely horrible for you. I know this, I tell people this all the time. I do eat meat, but you have to cut it down. You can't eat meat all the time. You have to be super aware of when you're eating meat, and you can't eat that much of it. It is horrible for you. Breathing exercises. Those are very vital. You can do them with incantations. That's a big thing of his. So take some deep breaths in. A breathing exercise with incantations is in 4 breaths through the nose and out 4 breaths through the mouth. So like I am the shit in, and then I am the shit out. So like now you just imagine I am the shit, I am the shit. Like that. That will register to your subconscious and really get the message to you, rather than just saying it. So you have to learn how to change your state and become a pro at that when negative things happen. Then once you master it, you can start teaching others. Well, you can always start teaching others. We learn by teaching anyways, so teach others while you're learning. Make your mind constantly search to see how everything in life benefits you. It's crazy, but it does. Like, I don't know, if they didn't have that salad that I wanted, well, maybe the meat would have got me sick, or maybe that salad just wouldn't be good, or maybe I shouldn't be getting a meat salad anyways. You know, meat's not good for me. Just how does it benefit you? Because it does. You just have to see it that way and view it that way, and you'll know. How can I make $1 million or more this year? It's a great question to ask. How did I get so lucky to have you in my life? What do I love the most about my husband and wife? These are great relationship questions. You have to stay positive in a relationship, and you can't take each other for granted. So he goes in about relationships too. Everything. This guy's got it. So, how much richer will our lives be as the result of our relationship? Trump asks questions like, what is the most profitable deal? That's why he's a billionaire. It's not just the questions you ask, but the ones you fail to ask that shape your destiny. Superior evaluation creates a superior life. You need to stay curious. Einstein said that one. See all these notes? I take a lot. When a book is that great and I need to write down all this, that's when you know, because they're not always as hefty. Of course, it's a long book too. There's a lot of exercises in this book too, which is great. If you're mad at someone, say someone steals from you and you're so mad and you're trying to just change your state, and you know, you can ask yourself, what do I respect about this guy? Like for Tony, you know, he had this guy steal his content, and he's like, what do I respect about this guy? It's like, well, at least he's got good taste. At least he's teaching my content, you know? It's Tony. What are you truly happy about in your life right now? These are questions just to remain positive, stay in a good state. You have to remind yourself, if you're feeling low or down, make a grateful journal, a gratitude journal. What am I truly grateful for in my life and happy about right now? What's great in your life today? You know there's something. What are you truly grateful for? The attitude of gratitude. Never gets old. Don't forget it. Very key. There's some great problem-solving questions you can ask, like what is great about this problem? Don't even think of a problem as a problem. Think of it as a challenge. That's what it is. You could ask certain questions at night, reflecting on your day. You can journal these out. What have I given today? In what ways have I been a giver today? What did I learn today? How has today added to the quality of my life? How can I use today as an investment in my future? Those are questions to get you in an empowered, emotional state. That's very key because remember, good things happen when you're in a good state. You're attracting good things. So you gotta stay in a good state if you wanna have a good life, of course. Don't ask the wrong questions. You don't wanna ask disempowering, negative questions because you'll find an answer to those too. Just like on Google, if you ask, why do I suck? Oh, Google's gonna have some answers for you. Guarantee it. Even if they're not even true, it's just blasphemy, it's just garbage. But if you ask these questions, that's what you're gonna get, and you're gonna feel like garbage. Don't go down that rabbit hole. You're gonna find some answers. Some questions for me. I have a lot of clothes, small house, no storage space. So for me, it's like, how can I remove the clutter from my life? My clothes are nice and awesome, so I don't really want to get rid of them, but you know, I have to. So how can I best get rid of what no longer serves me? Especially when you shoot and like model, you want to have a lot of these props, so it's hard. But I'm just gonna ask the right questions and then I'm gonna figure it out. Don't use intense words like depressed, hate. Use frustrated. Hate? No, we don't hate. It's called transformational vocabulary. It creates your life. So like, fuck can be for wreck. Instead of I'm here to fuck shit up, I'm here to wreck shit up. Get it? God. Make it gosh. I have to. How about I get to? The top of my to-do list, which is like 30 pages long, it says, today I get to ... And then it's 800 million things that I get to do. I don't have to do them. It's an opportunity that I am blessed. Some good affirmations, he talks about those, of course. I like to steal Tony's because we're kind of like two peas in a pod, you know? Genius, billionaires, elite, great people. So, I'm a teacher. I'm a hunter of human excellence. I'm a peak performance consultant. I'm a national best-selling author. I'm a therapist. I'm a counselor. I'm a coach. I'm a success coach. Life is a gift. Metaphors, they're great. You gotta have the right ones too. Life is not a battlefield. Life is a gift. Life is sacred. Life is a blessing. Life is a dance. You wanna make your goals very real. So twice daily, you're gonna visualize each one happening. And then you're gonna emotionally enjoy that. Like, really live it. Each time you do this, create more joy as you see, feel, hear yourself living out your dreams. It's pretty awesome. Twice a day. Key. I love this one. Some people are so pro-negative. I've been there too, to where you want to be so positive and happy thinking that you totally just hate the negative, but then in hating the negative, that's a negative. You see, you have to view the negative as an opportunity. It's always going to be a part of life. You just have to take it, handle it. This is a great quote about this. We don't have to be negative about weeds. They're part of life. We need to see, acknowledge them, focus on the solution, and immediately do whatever it takes to eliminate them and their influence on our lives. Pretending they're not there won't make it better. Neither will becoming inflamed with anger by their presence, nor devastated by fear. Their continual attempt to be part of our garden is a fact of life. Simply remove them and do it in an emotional state of playfulness or joy while you're getting the job done. Otherwise, you'll spend the rest of your life being upset because there will be more. I love that. They're an important part of life. They keep you vigorous, they keep you strong, they keep you vigilant and noticing what needs to be done. Anyways, I highly recommend buying this book. I have more notes, but honestly, I can send them to you for a small fee. They are great. Honestly, I know a lot of people don't really like to read, but these are the best key points. the best questions that will get your mind in gear. I took notes of all the power questions. This is amazing. This is an amazing book. I highly recommend you buy it. Love you.